So I'm excited to try this product here. It's a line splice for splicing aluminum or steel refrigerant lines, or whatever kind of lines, I guess. In my case, I've got these aluminum refrigerant lines. They're very soft, and I want to splice a new connector onto an old line in order to avoid having to go into disturbing the evaporator, which is in the dash. I'm afraid the connection is probably frozen, and I'll probably end up destroying the evaporator coil if I try to get the old fitting off, because it's been there for so long. And so what I want to do is just use that, continue to use it as long as I can, but I needed to replace the condenser coil up front, and that line was also frozen, and I ended up damaging that trying to get it apart. So I bought this line and spliced it up, and this is the product that you'd use. This one's for 3/8 or 9.5 millimeter OD aluminum or steel tubing. And the way it works, you first put the nut on there, and then you'd load the brass piece, and there's a forcing cone in there, so you put the cone towards the nut there, and then you slide on the green seal. And then if you look real closely in here, you can see there's a stepped bottom in there, and that helps to center this pipe right in the middle of the body here, so you can feel it drop in, and then you would go and slide that in, and knowing that you've got it centered now, you want it to go all the way to the end, and then you just do the same on this end. And you want to lubricate this with some mineral oil, they say. I'm going to use the PAG oil, the same oil that I use in the line. And these brass pieces, they also center into the body. And so you tighten it up. And they say to torque it to 15 to 18 foot-pounds. And what you want to do is hold the body part and turn the red nuts to tighten it. You don't want this body to rotate in relation to the pipe. And this is a perfect solution for the problem I had, where you need to repair a line or put a new connection on an old pipe. And this cost about $13 from Amazon. Looks very well made, everything's anodized inside and out, so the corrosion hopefully won't be a problem. And looking forward to putting this on my truck. Yeah, they sell it for different size lines. Like I said, this is the 9.5 millimeter OD or 3/8 refrigerant line. That's what I'm working with. And these are the instructions. I'll scroll that along so you can take a look. I noticed you can splice different lines, sizes. You just have to have different green seals. Interesting. Very nice. It's solving my problem, hopefully. And on the back it's in Spanish, looks like, or some other language, not sure. Anyway, looking forward to trying this, and I feel like it's going to work for me. I'll do this side here first. So that goes on. I'm just going to pour some of this PAG 150 on this, just to lubricate it up. Then one of these I'll go on there. I want some lubrication on that as well. And also the green part here. That to go back. Feel that centering in the middle. And so now I'm going to just tighten this down. So it's a 25 millimeter here. I can do that now, but I won't be able to do that later. And this one's a 22 millimeter. They fit very well. Very nice. And I don't have the torque wrench that fits this, so I'm just gonna have to guess at it. 15 to 17 foot-pounds, not much. Guess I can always tighten it a little later if it's if I sense that it's leaking. Now on this side, put that in first. And the brass forcing cone there. And the green seal. I'm going to put a little oil on all that. And everything well lubricated. And that goes in. I can feel it center into the middle. And I'm going to use the 22 at first. I'm just going to do it by hand here. I left the lines long so they sort of are forced together. Now I'm going to hold, very important that you hold this, the body, while you tighten. Forcing cone there. And I think that may have it. I'll pull a vacuum on it and then check it for a leak after a while.